Hello friends, welcome to my kitchen. Welcome back to another edition. Good morning, good morning. Today we're going to make a little morning smoothie, maybe have a little chat while we're at it, because just watching me make a smoothie is probably not going to be fun enough. So you know what inspired me? This guy, Homesteading Off the Grid. That's his YouTube channel, Homesteading Off the Grid. He's this random dude. He was in the military. We share almost zero commonalities. We probably don't have the same viewpoint on anything. Yet I find myself watching his YouTube videos, particularly because I watched one that had like 3.2 million views. It came up on my suggested pages, and I just was so captivated by this guy. He was just sitting in a chair, shitty quality video on his farm, talking about homesteading off the grid, talking about how he used a crayon to help his neighbor to get rid of his shitty neighbor. And I just loved the way this dude went about himself. I loved the honesty, the authenticity. I loved I don't know, I just loved watching this guy, and he wasn't teaching anything or preaching anything, and he was just talking as if you were a buddy of his, you know? And that's what I realized YouTube is about, okay? It was that video that may have changed the course for all of you viewers, so you may want to thank him or curse him off depending on what kind of videos you like of mine, but I just realized that sitting here and having a conversation with you is really what I look for in a YouTube channel. So that's really what I should be, instead of me saying, don't do this if you want depression, don't do that if you have anxiety. I mean, you know, maybe there's a time and place for those videos too, but I think the homesteading off the grid while I make my smoothie here and just talk to you about life, I think that's more fun, okay? So, while we're here, homesteading in Berkeley, we're gonna make a badass smoothie, okay? So number one, we got some aloe vera. Find it at your local Whole Foods or Berkeley Bowl or natural grocery store. If you don't have this, you can use Global Healing Center Aloe Fusion. But aloe is just really, really good for digestion, inflammation, and soothing irritation. You know, we use it for sunburn. I'm just scraping it, getting all of it out. By the way, sunburn, yeah, sunburn's toxic, right? The sun itself is not toxic. Sunlight we need, and maybe 20, 30, 40 minutes a day. But anytime you're getting sunburnt consistently, that's toxic. One way to avoid sunburn is just to gradually increase your sun exposure. Look at that fillet. Did you see that? Fillet de aloe vera. Almost like a cut of salmon right there. Anyway, so you know, don't be getting sunburnt. You do want a little bit of sun for vitamin D, of course. The sun's been revered as a divine being for most of our history, and now it's a class 1 carcinogen. How about that joke, huh? All right, a lot of these vegetables I keep in, you know, here's what I use. I use this all-natural food wash eat cleaner. It's pretty expensive. It's like 12 bucks for this thing. It only works 10 times, so I don't know. You can just use vinegar as well, but you want to soak it to get all the shit off the vegetables, the produce. You know, pesticides and sprays and waxes, and who knows if this stuff even actually works at getting it off. But, you know, my gut is really, really strong, so even if they have some parasite eggs or stuff like that, I don't even think that stuff can thrive in my gut anymore. But you want to be diligent at washing your produce. Distilled white vinegar, baking soda, apple cider vinegar works too. Anyway, We got the cucumber here. This cucumber was actually, was this one? Yeah, I believe so. This was grown in my garden right there. Persian cucumber. Now, we talk about lectin avoidance diet here. I find myself talking like the homesteader. Now, we talk about a lectin avoidance diet here. All right, so, but cucumbers are really, really low on the inflammation scale, and they don't bother me. So if you're really just starting a lectin avoidance diet, I wouldn't even have cucumbers. All right, next we got some kale. Another thing people worry about is raw kale with oxalic acid. You have to have a lot of raw kale to be damaging yourself with high amounts of oxalic acid. Now what happens is if you have too much raw kale, you can get little crystals and stones from the oxalic acid deposits in your muscles and tissues, bones. But when you drink distilled water, all that shit comes out. All of those acids, all those stones. The distilled water breaks apart all of that. So I never worry about too much oxalic acid. Mint's been one of my favorite additions to smoothies. It's just so amazing. That feeling I get when I smell and taste mint makes me feel alive. Because we just homesteading off the grid. All right, so that's a lot of mint. You see how much mint I put in there? And then next we have a little ginger, guisador in Spanish. No, quillon in Spanish. Ginger, boom. Lemon. I don't put the whole lemon peel in it. These are lemons actually. These are from Santa Cruz off my friend's tree. I never put the peel. I juice the peel, but I don't. You do it in the smoothies. It just fucks up the texture of and the flavor of the smoothie. All right. Lemon in there. This is local organic. Man, I forget the name of the type of apple. It's not a Granny Smith. I just put half of an apple in it. This is about oftentimes the only amount of sugar I have in a day. Half of an apple in a smoothie, sometimes some berries. And then I have chocolate. So a lot, maybe 2 or 3 times a week I go out and get like a Hugh Kitchen chocolate bar or something like that. Some type of chocolate, because I'm a little bit, I shouldn't say addicted. I just fuck around when I say I'm addicted because I could stop anytime, but I just love chocolate. So sometimes the chocolate has like 4 or 5 grams of sugar. That's about all I have, you know. I could do more if I wanted to, but generally it just makes me feel inflamed and my thoughts aren't as clear when I have a lot of sugar. Parsley, the herb for the liver and kidneys right there. Beautiful, beautiful herb. One of my favorites. All right, and then avocado for the right texture. Did you ever know that trick? You just take the knife, put it, and then twist it. Took me many years to figure that out. I watched some deli sandwich makers back 5 years ago. I watched them do it. My life's been different ever since. All right. I wonder if you guys can even see all this. And camera's not too close. Oh well. Half of an avocado for this creamy texture. Now, for the base of the smoothie, you just use a little bit of liquid. You can use water. You can use celery juice, which is what I often do. This time around, I'm just going to use a little bit of coconut milk. This isn't the most natural, best product. There's still gellan gum, guar gum, sodium citrate, tricalcium phosphate. I don't have a lot of this, but it's not going to kill you to have a little bit of it. You can make your own coconut milk, or or just use distilled water, spring water, or celery juice. But the amount that I use is so small that I really don't bug out about it. And I just do that if I don't feel like juicing. Just, you know, the juicer is a whole process. You might be thinking to yourself, wow, that's one dirty towel. And yeah, it is. But I use it to clean countertops and stuff like that, so yeah. I'll throw a little Mucuna in there. I just have 1 teaspoon of Mucuna a day, 5 times a week, so I just put it in the smoothies. No particular reason. You can put other things in here too, but a lot of things ruin the flavor. Like protein powder would be good, hemp protein, cricket, ant, that would all be good. But the thing that I have right now, that I'm only working with 2 powders right now, is cacao and eucomia. And both of the cacao would change the color. I like when it's nice and green. And then the eucomia is just awful tasting, so it would ruin the whole smoothie. But anyhow, you can put other things in here. You can put trace minerals. Yeah. Sorry, you guys just watched me grab my junk. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. I thought that this shelf was above that. I didn't think you'd be able to see that, but you know, it's all right. All right. This is going to be loud. You may want to cover your ears here. Tough to find a real clean glass here in the Detox Dude's kitchen, but I do want to make this look appetizing. All right, I'm gonna come real close to the camera and show you this masterpiece that I'll be drinking this AM. All right, folks, homesteading off the grid. Wow. Drink your smoothies slowly, folks. Nothing worse than making something amazing for yourself and then chugging it, flaming your gut. All right, that's all for now. Catch you on the other side. Peace.